All right. I wanted to talk to you about furloughs this week. It's hitting close to home for me because I am going to be furloughed this week. I'm going to be furloughed a total of 3 weeks this summer, 1 week per month. And actually, it's the same amount for all of my team members as well. There was this decision that had to be made between furloughing about a third of our team for the entire 3 month period, or all of us sort of being in it together and doing 1 week of furlough per month for a total of 3 weeks. And we opted for that way. Super hard decision. Ultimately, the team was really okay with it. Everybody was okay with doing it together as a group. So my first furlough week is next week. Lots of furloughing happening right now, right? Maybe you are furloughed. Maybe you know somebody that's furloughed. Probably true, right? We all probably know somebody that's being furloughed. It has an impact in their overall income right now. I talked to a gal a couple of weeks ago that was furloughed full-time from her pharmacy role. She's a pharmacist. I think she was a pharmacist at a nursing home. And she contacted me through Ask a Coach program and said, I am not making enough money to pay my bills right now. I filed for unemployment, but it's not coming through yet. I don't know what I'm going to do. So she knew she was going to get unemployment soon. It was coming down the pike, but she couldn't cover all of her bills. So she's like, what do I need to do right now? So I told her that she needed to hustle, right? Look for another job. So she was already doing that. She's like, I'm applying wherever I can, whenever I can, to different jobs. So she was hoping that something would come through there. But the other thing that I told her that she hadn't thought about yet, and maybe you haven't either, call everybody that you pay money to every month, every single person, and say, I'm furloughed. I'm impacted financially by this COVID business, or by furlough, by being unemployed, by being laid off. What kind of program do you have? Do you have a hardship program? Do you have a forgiveness plan? Can you defer any of my payments? If you're not able to meet the bills, like she was not going to be able to, she needed some help with that. So I know that mortgage companies are doing that right now. Insurance companies are kicking back rebates, especially if we're not driving right now. Like, call everybody and tell them that, ask the question, do you have a hardship program? I'm currently on furlough. I'm currently unemployed. Nearly all of them are going to have a plan for that. And then she was in this unique situation where she owned a large house that had some property on it and horse stables. She had horses there. And I said, get scrappy. Can you board anybody else's horses for a little while? Where can you make a little bit of income, even if it's not in a traditional way, in order to help cover your expenses? So the one tip that I'd take away for you is call people. I took my own tip the other day and called our insurance company because it was time for us to pay our every 6 month payment for our auto insurance. And I was like, gosh, that's kind of expensive. Like, I'm just going to call them, tell them I'm not driving as much. What are they going to do for me? I called, and actually they put us with another company, and I'm saving half off of my insurance, right? So we were paying $300 a month for our auto insurance for all 3 vehicles to have full coverage. And I called, and now I'm at $150 a month for all 3 vehicles to have full coverage. And I have a better plan on my home insurance. I don't remember what that is. Anyway, make a phone call. Doesn't hurt anything. In terms of my own furlough, to be honest, I'm looking forward to a little bit of a break. And it will kind of feel like a vacation, although it will feel different when I get my paycheck, right? Because it's going to be 1/4 less per month. So I'm not super worried about that. James's business is picking back up as we're kind of getting out of quarantine mode. Is it going to impact our goals overall? Maybe. Like, it very well could impact our overall goals, and I'm okay with that, right? It is what it is, and I'm not going to change the fact that the world has been in quarantine for a period of time. I'm trying to roll with it and just make the best choices that we can and still stick to our overall big, tiny goal that we have for the year. I'm going to just share a little bit in my IG stories this week about what I'm doing on furlough. think this first week of furlough, it's just gonna feel like a really long weekend. We're gonna go camping midweek, which is really different. I'm gonna go hang out with my Grammy tomorrow, which is pretty normal for me to do once a month. So stick around to the IG stories to see what I'm up to in my first furlough. I hope you're having a great Sunday, and I hope you have a beautiful week ahead.